James A. Michener's Adventures in Paradise. Starring Gardner McKay as Adam Troy. Mission to Manila. Guest stars Julie London, Thomas Gomez, Anna May Wong.
The show must go on, even though you know he is gone. Get out your laughing cup and laugh it up. The show must go on. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Yes?
There's a letter you're going to write for us, Dallas, eh? Now, this is what you're going to write.
One of these days, I'll get this finished. That is, if you stay land-born long enough.
How much longer, Danny boy? I have to head over to the Big Island. There's a bit of cargo I want to track down before sailing time.
What's her name?
What, me? Danny boy.
Yeah, you. Well, at least this time I was able to put in your eyes.
What do you say? We're sailing for East Indonesia this time. You come with us. We'll launch that wagon used on the deck and you can paint your head off. It'll be a good passage. The smell of the sea, the wind, the sun. You'll be a new man.
Maybe next time around, Adam.
Now's the time, Dan. You can't keep waiting.
I have to wait.
It's a mighty pretty scenery around those islands. You don't know what you're missing.
Shouldn't be too much for you to handle. Might as well call it quits anyway. I wouldn't want to interfere with that cargo. My brother Joe died. This just came special delivery from Manila.
Sorry, Dad. Really sorry. How'd it happen?
I don't know. His wife didn't say. Joe's dead, she wrote. He died. Just like that. Nothing else, not even a return address.
Your brother Joe's dead, period. Couldn't be any shorter, could it?
Joe was the last I had left, Adam. He was always on the loose, Joe. Wild. Dead. never saw his wife. I never saw his kid, except a snapshot when he was a baby. Now he's gone. What's going to happen to them?
Look, Dan, we're going to drop some cargo at Morotai. It's not too far from Manila. Look in there on the way back. Maybe then you could find your brother's wife and boy.
I can't, Adam. I can't.
Why can't you?
Look at me. I'm a lump of stone. It wouldn't work.
We'll make it work.
Please, Adam, be realistic. It kills me not to be able to go, but...
Okay. You made your point. You don't mind if Oliver and I stop by there on the way home? Pick up some cargo?
Maybe they'd want to come live with me.
I'll ask. Where did they live last?
I don't know. They moved around so much.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey, Ollie?
What's up?
Let's pull her in a bit. I think we can pick up some speed.
Right.
That's good, that's good.
Adam, how are you going to find this Mrs. Lynch? Manila's a big city.
Oh, I think I'll try the phone book.
I'll lay your odds against that.
No bet. We've got a better source of information in Manila than the phone book.
What's that?
Madame Liu Yang.
She's in Manila?
That's right. Before we took off from Honolulu, I cabled Flossie Mulvaney in Paris. She cabled back and said that our friend the madam picked up her skirts and left Noumea, headed for the Philippines less than a month ago.
No kidding.
Well, what are you giggling about?
I'm just thinking about how pleasant Manila's going to be.
Take it easy, partner.
You know me.
Adam tried. Now.
It's good to see you again, Madame Liu Yang.
And it's nice to look at you. What brings you to Manila?
I'm looking for a cargo.
Good cargoes are scarce.
And I'm looking for a woman.
Not too scarce.
This is a particular woman.
What do you require?
Information. This woman's the sister-in-law of a friend of mine back in Honolulu. Her husband died here in Manila not too long ago.
Oh. What's his name?
Joe Lynch.
And the girl's name?
Her name is Dallas. She's an American. She has a young son.
I see. But if the woman could not go...
Could not?
Or would not. What then?
You know where she is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Where?
Adam, this is not friendship, finding this girl. This will be a business transaction.
Will this cover it?
Adam, I made this thing business because as your friend, and I am, I would not help you find her.
What do you mean?
I mean that you'd be better off just looking for your cargo.
Madame Liu Yang, I must find her.
She sings in a club. Not a good club, not a bad club. the Americano.
The show must go on, even though you know he is gone. Get out your laughing cup and laugh it up. The show must go on. You're in for the ride. No one cares if you're dying inside. Make with a carefree walk a happy talk. Don't tell how you've cried. Our story has the loveliest ending, but good things so fast disappear. For now, with the curtain descending, my leading man, he ain't here. The show must go on, though your heart account is long overdrawn. Just play the game again. Drink up, my friend. The show must go on. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Yes?
I'd like to talk to you. That is, if you're Joe Lynch's wife.
What about my husband?
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. My name's Adam Troy, close friend of Dan Lynch.
What do you want?
I've come a long way. You took a lot of finding. I'm here only because of Dan. He's back a couple of 1,000 miles, eating his heart out over Joe's death. He's worried sick about you and the boy. He'll help if you need anything.
Please thank him for me. We're doing just fine.
Oh, is that why you're working here? Nice-looking boy. Looks a little bit like his Uncle Dan. You know, Dan says he's never met either of you.
Joe talked a lot about his brother.
He wants you and your boy to come to Honolulu. He wants you to live with him.
We don't want or need anything from anyone. Thank you very much for your trouble, but I think you better leave now.
Just pick up and leave. And what'll I tell Dan?
There's nothing to tell.
I'm sorry, I can't go back and tell him nothing. He loved his brother better than he loves his own life.
You forget something, Mr. Troy. I married him.
I'm sorry. At least I'd like to visit the grave.
There is no grave. And no body. My husband killed himself. He was cremated.
Well, how did it happen? I mean, why did you just write your brother's dead and nothing else?
Well, why make the hurt any worse? Reasons can't change anything. He's dead, that's all.
Listen, my boat, the Tiki, will be here for a while picking up cargo. So I'll make a living. I want to see you again. I want to meet your boy. Why don't you bring him down to the docks one day? We'll take a sail. Or I'll teach him how to handle a real boat.
I'm afraid that's impossible. Thomas is with friends.
Oh?
Yes, they live just outside Bontoc. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for my next song. Goodbye, Mr. Troy.
Goodbye.
See you. Here. You can have your husband back. Joe's ashes. I'll take him.
Don't you touch him.
Don't you touch me. You don't want to wake him up, do you?
Topaz.
Come in, Captain.
Mind if I have a drink?
Go right ahead.
Oh, is it all right if I smoke?
Sure.
Now, do you mind telling me how you got lost?
It's you who are about to get lost, Cappy. Tonight.
That's twice in one day somebody told me to get lost. Why? Who sent you?
Feeling better, Mr. Troy?
You're a whimsical fellow.
Captain Bellio, Military Police Command.
Philippine constabulary.
What are you so interested in me for?
I'm interested in anyone who is interested in Joseph Lynch, Mr. Troy.
Was. Rather hear his name referred to in the past tense.
I told the captain what brought us to Manila, Adam.
Good. Saves me the trouble. Anyway, I don't have the strength. We're hauling our sails out of here, cargo or no cargo.
But I've got a line on something. I'll know in the morning.
Don't you want to know about Joe Lynch, Mr. Troy?
I met his wife. She told me to forget him. I come back to my boat. 2 gentlemen tell me to forget him. I forgot him. I'm a peaceful man, Captain Belo. I look forward to a long and happy life, and I don't want to spoil it.
And what about his brother?
What about that?
Mr. Key here told me about him. It'd be a shame to hurt somebody like that twice. Do you mind? I don't think that Joe Lynch committed suicide, Mr. Troy. I think he was murdered.
Why would anyone murder Joe Lynch?
Why? Because Lynch was not quite human. He was corroded clear through. He was mixed up in every rotten thing from peddling and running dope to black marketing desperately needed medical supplies and drugs.
Knowing that'll just about kill Dan.
Just about. What else?
This last operation of his was his most profitable, and in some ways his dirtiest. Scientists call that miniaturization. You really hold a giant in your hand, Mr. Troy. That electronic part is used to guide a missile into space. That's only one of the shipments Lynch managed to get his hands on. There were others having to do with radar, communication system, all important to vital security and defense.
If bootleg a cargo like this to the right people, we might be able to retire.
We may not sleep so good nights either.
Joe Lynch sleeps fine now. He doesn't have that problem anymore.
What about his wife? Is she mixed up in this?
I wish I knew.
Well, somebody gave those 2 goons the word.
That's the first open break we've had on this case since we tried to get Lynch ourselves.
Well, somebody saved you the trouble. He's dead.
No, that's just it. Whoever killed him is still operating Lynch's setup. And it does seem to me that somewhere, somehow, his wife might lead us to the answer.
Sorry, Captain Belo. I got the message loud and clear from those 2 characters.
You trying to break up a happy partnership, Captain?
His brother would like to know who killed Lynch and why.
You can't tell Dan that.
I have a job to do, Mr. Troy, and it does keep me up nights with a lot of fear and worry. I'm sorry, but I'll use whatever and whoever I can.
Meaning me?
Yes. If it will lead me to the one I want and put an end to all this, yes.
Good. For a moment, you had me worried. I thought you wanted to be remembered in my will.
Mabuhay. Sorry, sir. No drinks. We don't open until 4.
I didn't come in to buy a drink. Just a little information.
Like what?
Like if I went looking for the girl who sings there, where would I find her?
Delacy? It would have been easier if you'd have came in asking for a drink, sir.
What is she, top secret, hands-off cargo?
No, sir. House rules. Boss don't like his customers mixing pleasure with pleasure outside the club. He likes the money kept all in one place, in his pocket.
Now tell me, friend, how much room have you got in your pocket?
Who is it?
It's that man again. Adam Troy.
Go away.
I'm still around hunting up cargo. I thought I'd stop by and pick up where we left off. The bartender gave me your address.
I told you once before, Mr. Troy, there's nothing to say or do.
You know, you make it extremely difficult to do a good deed. I still like the way you belt out a song, though.
Go away. show must go on. The show must go on.
The way you stir up a song, it makes me break out in sentiment all over.
What do you want?
What's the man back for?
Same thing.
That man's stubborn. Too stubborn, maybe. And sailor boys come too long a ways just to find out about a dead man's health. It could be more than just big brotherly love. Joe would want to know, so you find out, huh?
I don't want anything to do with it. I just want to be left alone with Thomas. I want my son.
Sure you do. And all I want is you to find out what the man really wants. Now look, you treat him with kindness, huh? Even if it kills him. That would be a novelty, wouldn't it?
May I join you?
Why, sure. What are you drinking?
Rum and soda, please.
Rum and soda, please. I won't ask what changed your mind. Thanks for changing it.
I had no choice.
Good. If I'm going to come this far to play Santa Claus, I'd hate to go back with mud on my beard.
You think a great deal of my husband's brother, don't you?
Yes, I do. When I was in the Navy, I helped him land at Incheon. Gotta respect a guy who's been through what he has.
But I don't understand. If he's so anxious about my husband, why didn't he come himself?
Dan is a wheelchair case. Paraplegic.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
He was never anyone to want people shedding tears over.
Excuse me. If I'm lucky, you will tell me that you care, that we'll never be apart. If I'm lucky, this will be no light affair. It's forever from the start. If I'm lucky, far away?
Far away.
Where?
A little place called Texas. About 9,000 miles from here. And you, Dallas, say, how far away are you? Where are you going? What about tomorrow in your life and the next day? What about your life now?
All that matters is Thomas. I want him to grow up to be a good, kind, happy person. He must.
Well, Dan Lynch can help you do these things.
But he's my child. I can't turn him over to someone else to raise.
That isn't what I said. What are you doing for him here, working in this place? Well, he's not even living with you.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Take me home, Adam. Please take me home. Hello?
Late night, huh?
What happened? What'd you get out of the man?
Nothing.
What's he still around for?
He says he's trying to find a cargo.
Well, you better make sure. He may just get that cargo. A coffin with him in it.
Well, you can't escape the law.
I may come in, may I not?
You already are.
Well, let's see now. You had a couple of drinks. You talked. You danced. You talked some more. You left. You walked along Dewey Boulevard on the Pasay City side. You stopped at the barbecue stand and ate. Delicious barbecue, isn't it, Mr. Troy? The meat's so delicate and fragrant. And you took her home. Will you see her again?
No.
We had a deal.
But I kept my end of the deal. I'm through. I think she's a nice kid who had a rough time of things. That's what I'm going to tell Dan Lynch.
What about the boy?
What about the boy?
You told me. You said he was staying with her friends at Bontoc.
That's right.
He is not. I checked with headquarters up there. She has no friends in Bontoc.
Where is he?
That is one answer I do not know, Mr. Troy. I really do not know.
Persistent.
Said the water wasn't cold. Cold water, warm heart. Come on. Anyway, who told you to believe me?
It's my trusting nature.
Hey, you know, that's the first time I've ever seen you smile. You know something? I like it. Makes you two different people.
Seems like it's been a long time.
Stay this way. It gives you warmth and gentleness.
You know, I shouldn't think you'd look for those things in a woman. Or want them.
Well, what do you think I see in a woman?
Oh, I was thinking of someone that would fit more into your way of life.
What way is that?
Nothing too permanent.
Well, that can sometimes save a lot of hurt.
Or make the hurt worse.
Are you talking about the past or the future?
Adam, may we swim back to the boat, please? You know, Adam, I've had a wonderful time today.
Could be wonderful all the time.
No, Adam.
That much you owe yourself. To keep on living. You owe it to your son. Show me where he is. I want to get you both out of Manila.
Adam, I've got to tell you something. You've got to leave Manila. Quickly, for your own sake. Please go.
I think it's too late.
Not show up at all for the show last night. The boss called her place, but they tell him she did not show up there either.
Thanks.
Friend.
Thanks again. For nothing.
And so you've come back to me.
Who else? The girl's gone. She's left her apartment. She's left her club.
Do you expect me to know everything?
I think you do.
Perhaps. But this time I cannot help you. I don't know where she went or where she is.
You did know about Joe Lynch and the business he was in.
Yes, I knew about that.
Why didn't you tell me?
It was nothing for you to get involved with.
And the girl, how does she fit into this?
A nice girl, a good girl. But she's in it up to her neck. She married Joe Lynch and had his child.
Joe Lynch is dead. She can get out of this thing anytime she wants.
With those kind of people, you don't get out just like that. Adam, did she want to see you? Did she want your help?
No. No, she didn't.
Then there's your answer.
I've just been walking around town trying to find her to say goodbye, but I guess we sailed without our cargo.
I understand.
Yeah, but will Dan Lynch?
Come on, partner. Let's get started. I'm glad to see you, Mr. Troy.
I'm glad you're glad, Mr. Bello. So am I. We're leaving.
One of my men has trailed her to a small inn at a village along the coast. She's there now.
I'm not your bird dog.
This might well be the end of things, Mr. Troy. I think that without your even knowing it, you have helped bring it about. It would be a shame to walk away from it now.
You did try to say goodbye. Now's your chance.
Oh, examine my head, will you? Let's go. You want to tell me the truth?
Don't stay, Adam.
I want the truth.
Please go. You must.
I'll go when I'm ready.
You're ready right now, sailor boy. You should have left while you still had your health, friend. Get your things.
I guess I've got the truth.
All right, let's go. I get the boat. just pulled out. They're heading across the bay. They're heading for Corregidor.
Joe Lynch. He never did die.
Joe.
I should have figured. You rigged it beautifully, didn't you? The price on your head and the law on your back, you died. Even had your widow write your own brother. Oh, it was beautiful, just beautiful.
Man's gotta live.
You even took the boy.
He's my son, isn't he?
Joe. How is Thomas? How is he, Joe? Joe?
He's fine. Just fine.
I'll bet he is. Because you're such a great father. After all, you used your son to blackmail your wife.
You talk too big, Troy.
How can you inflict all this on your son?
Joe. You can't hurt him. You can't.
Shut up! Both of you!
Man's got a right to talk if he's gonna die.
You walked into this. Nobody sent for you. Why couldn't Dad let things be? Why couldn't he tear up that letter and let me stay dead? Why did he have to get it into his head to slobber and go sentimental and try to do good? Why? But you got something coming here all the same, Troy. You and my wife.
He'll be all right. I promise you. Tommy. I guess we brought back a pretty good cargo this time.